No, we're top of the hour. We're basically top of the hour. Good morning, MWO Cup fans. Welcome to the next match in this one. CDU Cutthroats versus. CDU Escadron Suicide versus CDU Cutthroats. Anyways, looks like everybody's getting ready out at the top of the top of the hour. Here we are. Go for show. Where is my buttons? Where's all my buttons? I'm trying to find my buttons. Anyways, we're in the lobby. Everybody see your CDU team CDU is on your team 2 side. Versus the Escadrons. Escadron Suicides. This is going to be a good match. I'm excited for this. Oof. I am very much good. I'm very excited for this. CDU versus QEFS. I am very much pumped for this match. This is going to be really, really good. I honestly, like, for real, I am very much pumped to see where this match goes. Let me grab a slice of pizza while I'm doing this, because I have not eaten lunch, man. I just bought pizza. Good pizza. This is great pizza. Anyways. QEFS picking up a CFTR out of Militia 23. They are going to stack Alpha Bravo. But that doesn't seem like everybody's ready just yet. I'm very... Versus CDU and their team lead, Scroggles. Who do I even need to make an introduction for Scroggles? Seriously, everybody knows Scroggles. If you don't know Scroggles, go meet Scroggles. Such a nice dude. Such a Tillman. Honestly. I might be a little bit biased because I got a chance to meet Scroggles. But. This is damn good pizza. But in this doubleheader, we will show off a flurry of dangerous mechs piloted by some of the best. Top of the order, you got John Norton from QEFS. Zerlinger. Foy 5, Jean Courage de Azur de Le Sylvester. And Miltain 23. Surprisingly not from QEFS, but or at least not representing the tags. Azur giving me the locked. Scroggles, how will you whisper on? Scroggles is saying, "It's like, okay, we're agreeing to shoot in only French today." But I will tell you straight up, Scroggles, right now, This cast is not going to be in French, because I can't speak French fast enough to say what's going on the match floor. As we start with Alpine Peaks. Stack to 7. And a 2-3-2 coming out of CDU. Alpha. 2 Alpha, 3 Bravo, 2 Charlie. Very exciting. Bit of spread from the boys at the CDU camp. Oh, bit of change. 4-2-1, a bit of a change there. And change around again. Bravo, Charlie. Putting everybody under 2 dropships apiece. Exciting. As I snack on this pizza real quick. Man, this is damn good pizza. This is great pizza, honestly. Looks like downstairs, Squawkle said, give me the T2 lock. We're going to launch immediately. Into 1. And we will hit the button as I will push every single button as we spin. And we wait for the loading screen to tell us how we are going to start off on this match. CDU Bandits are the visiting team against QFES-Escadron Suicides. We look at Alpine Peaks as thing tells me if I. As we look over in the very snowy mountains and the airy open area, hit all of our buttons. As we could see, the red side's already starting to peer over their arrows peering over the horizon, and as you can see on the map down there. Now the interesting thing is, maps are the map is a bit of a different story here. As you can see, one of the spawn points, Epsilon, is kind of in the middle of nowhere. It is closer to the city, though. And then Gamma, so much closer to the city. It is actually in the city right there, on that base. Epsilon, we did double back, that's right there. Then we have to go all the way down here for Sigma. And we go all the way down here for Kappa. So the map is very spread out. Lol. Ulysses. Oh, then we have to go all the way back up here for Theta. As we look. Let's go down Suicide. Zerlinger in the Mistlinks Gulf Multane in the Firestarter, Alpha 45 in the Arctic Cheetah, Echo, Papa. That's the platinum version of that one. Last 3 right here, Miltane in the Firestarter 9 Alpha. That's the Firestarter 9 Alpha that we called earlier. The Osiris 4 Delta and the Spider 5K to wrap this up. We're looking over to the other side as they march very much onward to the snowy hills for CDU. Squawkle's in the Incubus 2. Ulysses in the Viper. Viper, Fox. Blackjack in the Javelin 11 Foxtrot, Redacted Cat in the Osiris 1 Papa, and Striker taking the Osiris 1 Victor, as they will go incredibly high ground as we are looking at one more person going to Theta. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like... Oh no, Ulysses falling into the collapse of the QEFS and team, trying to get out of there, using every single thing into jump jets as Blackjack will jump down there, making Zerlinger isolated among the CDU team members. Beltane takes Ulysses right off the start as we watch the big fight happen. CDU now missing a team member because they ran down to crap Theta. Azure finding everybody, looking into the brawl fush. Deagle Eyes taking out Redacted Cap, but drawing a courage. But Scroggles and Bassinerek finding the back of John Courage and putting every single thing, laser pointers in hand, that as Blackjack will have to try and run away, but finds the back of Gene Courage. Blackjack takes 2! John Courage and Zerlinger! Good, see you later! Deagle Eyes takes Striker 40 in the Spider 5K, but it's Escadron suicide down to 5 members to CDU's 4. Theodore is trying to find the rest of his teammates as Sapernick and Scroggles look to isolate the rest of them down. In the box, Azure takes out Esperlink. John Noren finally finds the angle. Scroggles looking to be the next pick, and it's gonna be Scroggles. Yes, he goes down to John Noren, and Blackjack takes on Miltane in the clutch in the 2 versus 4. Theodore trying to run around with the Fleet 19. Blackjack in the Javelin 11 F Lima trying to find any sort of thing. Finds Deagle Eyes, but looks like it takes a lot of damage in the process. Deagle Eyes. Azor taking a bit of shot from the Javelin 11 Foxtrot. And the Theodore and the Fleet 19 taking every single thing. As Blackjack looks to be the call here. Oh no, they switch and find Theodore instead. But Blackjack's under half health. And he's legged. And he's gone. Azure playing Blackjack. CDU falling to pieces as Theodore is running for his life. But the leg is shredded down to past half. Theodore will go down, and John takes himself out. 45 will take out Theodore, and the cats start to remain. It's down just left to Azure, Deagle Eyes, and 45. 45 and Azure running around for caps now, but this match is unfortunately over for CDU. Great start, but it looks like one mistake will cost them the game, unfortunately. And my gosh, unfortunately, it will remain as we watch 4-5 take Gamma. Epsilon will be taken on the other side. Theta is still left. They need to get 3 caps. As we watch 4-5 take Epsilon. Siri, not today. I'm casting. Please don't interrupt me.
To who?
No, Siri.
To who?
Siri, not today. Escadrons will take the match. Or take this drop. 1 zip. Now we look to Cerie's Scrapyard. Man. Escadron Suicide. Picking up a win here is pretty much a very amazing start for them. Bit of a mistake for CDU as as one of the members will fall off the cliff and into the waiting arms of QEFS. Scroggles Redacted Cat now have their work out for them, and they're calling in the big guns. Alina Flame joining them for the Scrapyard brawl. My goodness. As well as Air Rifle 77 from the 6 RCT. And they're ready to rock and roll. 4 members decided to bounce out for CDU. This is very much a big team switch. CDU's Bloody Spleen is joining us in the Alpha Lance, but I don't think that's going to be for a while. Oh, and to... Seven members of CDU. Ulysses trying to explain their way out of this. Escadron setting themselves up in Bravo Charlie as Alpha Bravo for CDU. I'm interested to see what their strategy is here. And see where it all... Like, honestly, the first drop went very much not how they wanted. Miltain can't get their mind off of... Anyway, CDU, a big bit of a change up here. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. 3-2-2 is split against the 4-3 from Asia. And we definitely got John Nolan thinking about pizza. As Scroggles will make a big audible. What? 4-3 Bravo Charlie for CDU and Scroggles. Well, they lock that in. John and I are going to be talking about Italian food definitely after this match. But I don't think I'm going to have enough time. Guys, says a lot. And we roll right into Cerisa and Middle Scrapyard. And I don't think I changed anything, so we're just going to leave it like that. Because we're professional. We're good at this. But Escadron Suicide picks up a very interesting first match on the Light Lance. And a very interesting strategy here. CDU Cutthroats need to figure out what to do here at Serene. At the Scrapyard. As you look over the piles of just random stuff. And I realize this pizza is incredibly salty. As we wait for the loading screen to come in, Ulysses giving us an 07. They're ready rock and roll. Alina Flynn giving us a good luck, have fun, and look to ready. And they're basically good friends here. Zerlinger getting called out by Alina Flame. As we will watch the ships come in on the blue side. Escadron Suicide against Critical Damage Unit. This is match 2. Here we go. Let's see. Deagle Eyes already on the start. Not moving around, but Crusader 7 at Lima. Deagle Eyes. Miltain 23, he hits the override and as the ER, small lasers and medium pulses on the Fleet 20. Gene Courage on the Wolfhound Grinner. All medium lasers. Azor in the Archer Tempest. Snub-nosed PPCs and S around 4s and 6s this time around. Locust Pirate Pain out of 45. Small lasers, heavy machine guns, stealth armors active. Easy for them to not be spotted. Zerlinger in the Urbamek R80 Lima. That's the medium pulse build with the stealth armor. That's active. John Nolan in the snub nose and Silver Bullet Goss out of the Catfract 0 X-Ray Papa. Looking on the other side, Sabarik. Sparta 5 Victor. Large X-Pulse laser. That's just a laser pointer. Alina Flame in the Vapor Eagle Alpha SRM6s and an LB20. That's Splat, baby! Arrow Rifles 77 in the SRM2, SRM6 Dervish Frenzy. Bloody Scroggles! So many small lasers in that Crusader 6 Tango Papa with the snub-nosed PPCs to boot. Bloody Spleen, Smag Shot, snub-nose in the Vulcan 5S. That's pretty standard. Viper Fox, the heavy machine guns, ER, micro lasers, and to wrap this up. And Ulysses, heavy machine guns and small pulse lasers out of the fight. Javelin 11. A little bit of a small change here, that is small pulse. But we will start looking as both teams don't seem to have everybody here just yet, as 45 finds team members of CDU out of Air Rifle and Alina Flame will take no damage, but we'll trade 2 points out of CDU as the blue UAV goes up from 45. Bloody Spleen now to join the mix as they will receive a little bit of bullets as well. 45 trying to find any sort of angle that will not take any damage as the rest of Escadron Suicide collapse on the back line. Into the thick. John Courage having to pull the S key. Scroggles tries to go in with his Crusader 6 Papa. Finds the back of Azor and is laying bullets into it as Air Rifle and the rest of CDU collapses. And they're going to isolate Azor. 45 and Don Noran trying to find the backs of the rest of the CDU. But Azor will fall to Air Rifle. And it's a dead Escadron. The CDU presses the go button now. Looks like John Nolan's going to be the next target as Alina Flame is isolated. But no, they let Alina get away. And Scroggles is going to turn and try to find the burn down on Miltain. Bloody Spleen and to finally join the rest of the fight. And not going to be isolated for long. 4, 5, and Miltain are now completely in the thick of all the Reds. Bloody Spleen finds John Courage and puts a big blap in the back of her. John Courage looked under half. 4, 5 down to 34%. Stood Deagleizes Genevieve realizes in the 3. And the Crusader 7 Lima is legged and hurt. And 4, 5 is dead. Deagleize looks to be the call here. That goes down. Miltain's not to be followed up with. And it's down to John Courage versus CDU. How do you take on the rest of the team? I don't think you can. Scruggles will clean up. And that's it, boys and girls. CDU is back on the board. Cerise Scrapyard goes to CDU. My goodness. And I will steal the Scruggles. Flip! You're coming with me. Beep, beep, doo 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 doo. You're CDU. You're CDU. You're not CDU. You're CDU. You're CDU. You're CDU. Beep. I think I got that right this time. But, wow! CDU with a nasty comeback. Finding ways to isolate members of Escadron suicide, and now it's 1-1 after 2. As we look towards my buttons to flip Escadron to the right side. And CDU cutthroats to the left. And we flip this back to the lobby because I'm doing this right. I am going to take this off because I can't flip things fast enough. Anyway. New member, Dotorio 4, will be joining the Escadrons with the CTFR tag. .45. Don't really need to pay attention to that right now. We have a match in Escadron Suicide versus CDU Cutthroats. As CDU missing a certain person. They are waiting on I'm trying to figure out if everything's okay. Black Tack is giving me the yup. The new member joins the CDU ranks. Striker 4 Tango, Tango 40 out of the Whiskey Foxtrot Zulu Tamp. Dotori's in the right spot, I'm assuming. I'm just guessing here. I assume because Miltain is also showing up as CTFR, so I assume this is correct. Scroggles, Bloody Spleen, Ulysses, Lena Flame in Bravo. Balburic, Black Tack, Striker 4, Tango 40. Up in Alpha. Looks to be correct, but it looks as I'm seeing more CDU members hit the green button. Flip from red to green. Escadron. 1 in Alpha, 2 in Bravo, 4 in Charlie. Dottore gonna be by themselves in Alpha. Azor and Deagle Eyes are gonna be in Bravo, it seems. I'm not sure. There is not everybody's ready. 45 Zerlinger, Miltane, John Courage to round us off in Charlie. Scroggle's giving me a lock. Any last minute shuffling right now. Coming out of the Quebec Foxtrot Echo Sierra camp. Doesn't look like it. Maybe. We don't know. I'm not Azor. I can't think of it like Azor. However, the fact that they're not ready yet is a very telltale sign that something might happen. Scroggles is... I was right. Deagle Eyes gets shuffled, is now left in Bravo as Azor jumps up to Alpha. And John Courage will join in Alpha as 45 Zerlinger, Miltane, and Deagle Eyes will now be down in Charlie. We'll see how that works. That is a very interesting split. Azor, green across the board on Team 2 side. I'm waiting on a lock. In the Cerise Metal Scrapyard round number 2. This is drop 3. That is interesting that Scroggles, the guys brought the Crusaders out. I approve. I enjoy it. Fast, zippy little heavy that puts a lot of damage very quickly. It is so fun to watch. As we see, looks like we're green across the board. I'm waiting on a lock from Azor. I got the lock. I've got the launch. CDU versus Escadron Suicides. Match 3. Drop number 3. We're still in the Cerise Scrapyard. In Cerise Scrapyard as we are waiting in the loading screen. We jump into match now as we look over the back half of Sigma towards the end point. Nothing interesting there, just Sigma point. We all know how this map works, guys. It's not that hard. In the night sky, Azor and his Lucy's saying hello. As we look over Theta and the control tower that's on top of here. I really wish I could park my butt up here. Oh, nope, I can't because I'm not solid. Good to know. Anyways. Scanning the dark moon over Theta. We are very much just panning our way around here as we wait for all of the teams to show up in the loading screens as we will look through, ruffle through things, and Bloody Spleen in the Crusader 6 Tango. That's how the drops are going to go. Viper Fox for Ulysses, Alita Flame, Linebacker Hotel, SRM6s and Pulses. The Lucas Bane's back for the black tack. The Vapor Eagle Alpha for Scroggles. That's the LRM LB20s and SERMs. That's a big damage. The Cyrus 1 Victor for Sawbrick. SRM4 small lasers. And Striker Tango 40 in the Arctic Wolf Prime with SRM6s with Artemis. That is going to do some damage. The Javelin 10 Popper from Miltane. That's all SRM2s. Del Torre, triple snub-nosed PPCs out of the Thunderbolt 10 SE.
Target.
Finding a shot off. but doesn't look like it's connecting to anything, and they were training a bit of a lag here. Also, all laser snub-nosed PPCs on the Phoenix Hawk. Arctic Wolf 1 for 5. That's these SRM-6s. Viper, Fox, light machine guns, medium lasers, and the Blackjack Arrow light machine guns, large X-pulses. To wrap this up, Azor in the Shadowcat Mesh Shoe, Pichu, plasma cannons, and AP Gospel will pop out as we see CDU grouping up on the, Escadron Suicide looping up on one side, and CDU very much spread out over their side of the map. As we bet a bit of a cheeky breaky. Black Tack having to run their way around as the Arctic Wolf 1 tries to hunt down the Locust Pirate's Bane. Doesn't seem like not much else, but looks like Black Tack might get away. 4-5 that does not has 4-5 does not have the speed to keep up with the Pirate's Bane, and looks like this will be bait as 4-5 will touch Gamma to send a lot of members of CDU. They're looking to collapse on here, and the traders are going to start trading. 3Q Cats go towards Escadron Suicide as a lot of damage starts pouring in from both sides. Deagle Eyes and the Foxtrot Fox, Black Tack and the Pirate's Bane will find. Deagle Eyes will find the UAVs, shoot that down, but there's plenty more UAVs to go there. 4-5 in the Arctic Wolf 1. Black Tack finding some little bit of ways to get up the hill to get a little bit of pot shot there. Not much else, but looks like his Erlinger might have accidentally overstepped, and so I just found the rest of Escadron Suicides as the yours. One Victor will run away, but it looks like Ulysses and the Viper Fox finding 4-5 in the Arctic Wolf 1, and Scroggles and the Vapor Eagle Alpha finding every single angle on it, and the Arctic will fry him out of Striker for Tango. Ulysses is too deep. Ulysses is deep. So is Zobrek. So is Bloody Spleen. And the Crusader 6 Tango has gone too deep, and everybody's all tangled up in the hot mess. Scroggles looking for us, and Subrek takes on Courage. But Alina Flame burns out. Scroggles taking a lot of damage here from the Meshy Peshu's. Subrek taking Zerlinger. 4-5 takes Bloody Spleen. That's Subrek with a triple kill on Dantore. Now Black Tag looking at Deagle Eyes with the. And 4-5 will burn their way out of that. And Escadron Suicide just burning every mech that they could possibly get. Azor with the Meshy Peshu having to bounce their way out of here. Miltane, Javelin 10, Papa doesn't have the DPS, and Deagle Eyes is looking for the back of Black Tag. Striker 10, Tango 40 looking for the Arctic, looking for anything. Ulysses takes out Miltane. And Striker takes out Deagle Eyes. CDU will run rampant, losing only 2 members in Alina Flame and Bloody Spleen, but they will take the drop here. Black Tack and the Pirate's Brain now basically getting free anythings. Striker Tango 40 saying, "Oh, we won. Starting the celebrations already. They will take Theta, and they'll stand proud on it, and they will boogie to it, putting some blap shots into the wall, and that'll be it for this drop. Striker stands tall, already starting to celebrate. Struggles. Good job, buddy. As we will see, CDU all right. Map change to Forest Colony Snow. Is there any other force colors to know that I need to know about? No. Oh. So having to chat it up with the boys from both teams, basically, this is nice. I'll put it to him. I'll try to see if I can bring in the post game chat afterwards. See what happened with the CDU and drop number 1. That turned out, unfortunately for them, not that great. Theodore and Redacticat come back, and it's CDU across the board now. Alina Flame with the GG on that one. I think Alina is going to be taken off pretty darn soon. I think they were only needed for that drop. Well, Azor, Gene Courage and John Norin. 4-5 Militane Deagle Eyes. That's so far. Goggles will say, okay. Yeah, we'll see at the end. All right. I'm also asking in chat, like, Azor doesn't seem to know. That's fine. Cutthroats are up by 2 wins this time around versus Escadron's 1. That is concerning. John Kerr is saying he overheated. CDU making a little bit of a shuffle. Bravo Charlie to the bottom for Team 1. Escadron saying Alpha Charlie here for now. Now I might hear an audible. It might be a bit of a change, maybe closer to when everything is locked in from CDU side. Scargle says locked. Good. Good. We are halfway there. Coming out of Team 2 now. We are looking towards the Escadrons to make a bit of a change. Interesting. 3-3-1. No. 4-3 Alpha Bravo. Potential. Seems that's going to be it. Azor making some shufflies around with their team. But some players are not ready. We are just waiting on them to make sure everything is all good. Azer being one of them. Their TLs are making some adjustments, I believe. As we look into the last 2 drops of Forest Colony snow, we'll see what happens. Trying not to fade here. That's why I wanted to bring the pop down, but I can't really run upstairs. So far, still waiting for anything. Still nothing out of the Escadron side. As we continue to wait for Escadron to make any sort of thing. Oh, we got a John Norn saying they're green. Down to Azure. And we are locked, cocked, and ready to rock here. Match number 4. Forest Colony Snow before the flip. QEFS. I didn't change the thing again. I am good at this job. I'm very good at this job. Anyways, we look to mechs right away. Starting us off. Oops. I've made a big mistake. I've made a mistake. That's fine. Anyways. Fleet 19 coming out of Theodore T. Wyvern. Oh, mag shots out of Fleet 19.
Weapons online.
To push buttons. Roughneck bolt, all AC5s. That's going to be very, very dangerous, especially with the ranges we are going to be engaging on. Orion 1, the Orion Victor Alpha for the SRM-6 AC-20. Orion M with the small lasers, SRM-6 and an AC-20. A Night Gyre Bravo with an Ultra 8, Ultra 5s and an AC-10. Icefit Juliet. CERN Bomber. Not surprised. Our sailors, 6 Tango, small pulses. Every small pulses. And we look on the other side here, De Torre. AC-20 SRM-4s as they march through the tunnel. Wolfhounds with them with IPCC medium pulse lasers. Charger, 1A5, AC-20 SRMs and Snubnode PPC. That's a hot build. Warthog, all AP Gauss. Mad Dog Bandit AC-20s. Charger number 7. Well, pulses and Snubnose PPCs. And to finish it off, the Charger 1A1. Large edge pulse lasers. Small things. We turn off the heat as we see Escadron pushing out a tunnel into what appears to be CDU. Lena Flame going to be the first target, and it's going to hurt. And there's a lot of damage gone to everybody as Azure will take Alina Flame. But it looks like CDU is ready. They sacrificed Alina Flame, but it looks like Miltane might be the call here. They already lost Voice 5. They now lose Miltane. Sabrinic. Redacted Cap might be the next target here, but they're going to get isolated. But Bloody Spleen with the Crusader 6 Tango is going to make some damage. Dorn Norn with the outer whiskey damage. Redacted Cat goes down to John Courage, but Theodore, they will trade back. Bloody Spleen is hurt. CDU down to 4. John Courage picks up 1, but the rest of the CDU is looking pretty fresh as John Courage falls to Ulysses. As Super Wreck will find any sort of damage on that Ice Ferret. And they will have to run it back. It's 3-3, but CDU is way more fresh. Sabrek finding the angles. As we look on our map and we see the last CDU member coming in. Scroggles looks hurt. Scroggles in the TV1's bad scenario, down to 62% in it. And is hurting. Scroggles and Sabernick is not. Where is Theodore? Theodore is there, finding the leg onto. But the Torre picks up Scroggles. But everybody on Escadron is hurt. And the Flea 19 is running around like a mad dog, and they're going to try and chase down Supernick. Which I can't say their name for to save my life right now, but the Centurion is looking for the ice fridge, and John Courage burns the mech down. Sabernex finding the high ground on the Centurion with an arm missing. Theodore now running off to try and find any sort of thing, and now it's Deagle Eyes into Torre in a 1v9 scenario against Sabernick as the Flea 19 is going to be running off to grab Theta. Deagle Eyes finding the damage on the Ice Ferret Juliet that is now missing an arm. Gets Ice Ferret. They're trying to find anything. Sabernick's trying to 1v2 here. Oh, we got a bit of a chase here. Sabernick isolates the Torre. That's the kill that they're looking for. The Ice Ferret, you can't just not leave it alone. As Sabernick will find another round. We'll have to put another salvo, but it misses a little bit wide. The Wolf 1 Bravo finding the back of Sabernick as it runs around the map. Sabernick in the ice fridge. Looks up the ramp. Big blast onto that. You're down to 38. Now he's on the run again. Deagle Eyes putting some damage in. Where's your teammate? Why is your teammate taking a cap here when your teammate is now running away? He is not, and is hurting very badly. That's something I'm not understanding here. Sabernick now in the ice fridge, running towards the water still. We'll stand behind the blocks as did Deagle Eyes lose him? Oh no, Deagle Eyes lost this ice fridge. There's our ice fridge in the bottom right hand corner here, as looks like Deagle Eyes can't find the ice fridge. And Saberick? Somebody tell me how to pronounce his name. I don't understand. Will hang out and trying to survive here with nothing more than oof. Okay, now we understand why the 319 is hurting. So they are very much hurt. Theodore is keeping eyes on. As we look at Deagle Eyes, who is hurt badly. Target spotted. This is Theodore. find Deagle Eyes here. But no, it's not enough. It goes to Caps. CDU takes it with Caps. Interesting play. I'm very not a fan of the ditch your teammate strategy, but CDU found a way to make it work. So I'm not gonna give them too much flack for that. But at the same time, I'm stealing an Azor. It's flip time. Flip. Flip. Oh, you're CDU. Flip. Flip. Your CDU. Redact Cat. Deagle Eyes. Dottore. Scroggles. They put you there. And now we go to two things. One, we go to our stream. We go back to the lobby like a good. And then I go to my scoreboard. Put another win for the CDU. I believe that's correct, because Escadron got pretty much popped. And we flip everything. Anyways. The last drop in Forest Colony Snow for this match. We are looking at a very decisive CDU Cutthroats win here. As I have to admit, the Escadron took a match due to a major mistake on the first drop. And I can't fault basically who fell, because it is what it is. It is what it is. It just is. I gotta run ads, unfortunately, because so much ping. Why ping? Why so much ping? Who ping? Why ping? Anyways, I gotta run a little bit more ads. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little bit. Just one ad. Promise, it's way worth it. Anyways. Zerlinger is back. Azor says locked. Scroggles, how do you respond? The team CDU. Very much excited to see how they do this. And I'm very interested to see how that unfortunate turn of events turned out. Because, Alina being nice. Good. That's what we want to see. Zerlinker giving the salute. Good. That's what we want to see. Alright. 3 members of CDU already ready to rock and roll here. Air Rifle 77 is back for this last round of drops. Oh, we're halfway there with CDU. Is this how you're going to drop? I presume. Scroggles says green light. Only Saburic. I will pronounce that name good one time. Left. As either Theodore or Lucis, I can't remember who, has readied up. Green across the board. I'm waiting for Scroggles to say Lockerino. As we wait for CDU. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Miku Beam. Anyways, one last time in the Forest Colony Snow Classic for this week and this match. Ugh, need hydration. As we look around. Alright. We see one last here. John Nolan, Police 17, John Courage in the Irby. Kilo 9, the K9. The 45 in the Arctic Wolf 2, Deagle Eyes, and the Ice Ferret Papa. We look on the other side of here. Zerlinger and the Kodiak, Sierra, the Spirit Bear, Azer in the Atlas Mike, and the Zeus Skokomish to round things out. I believe that's the Skokomish. I could be wrong. Anyways, all the way to the top of the hill we go over Gamma. We have CDU. As we look at Scroggles in the XC Prime, Ulysses in the Charger 1A1, Spleen in the Charger 3K, Theodore in the Flea 19 as they start moving. Alina Flame in what appears to be. There's Theodore, there's John Nolan. Zerlinger. Oh, wrong team. Alina Flame in the Black Lantern, Charlie, as they start going through the tunnel. Fleet 19 takes the long way around, and we'll find their opponents on Charlie 4. A little bit of early. The UAV finds the Fleet 19 backing off, and the bullets start flying out of the Escadron suicide side, but the lasers start blasting from CDU. Everybody's taking a little bit of chip damage now as we watch as the turn of the fight turns towards, and Gene Courage is running racks. Dang. Here we go. This is the one. Rack Irby, no jam. Just pull the trigger and lay it in. Gene Courage as the rest of the team looks towards receiving from the tunnel. 45 in the Arctic Wolf 2, Deagle Eyes in the Ice Ferret Propa, Bloody Spleen in the Charger 3K. They're gonna try and finally expose. CDU looking to backtrack their way and collapse on the rest of it. John standing on the gaping mouth of the tunnel as the rest of Escadron lurks to collapse on Bloody Spleen. They were going to have to make some moves, but Alina Flame and the CDU are trying to make some things, and Bloody Spleen is going to have to hold the S key now. XC's Prime coming out of the Scroggles, putting laser after laser, and John Courage. Azer takes out Bloody Spleen, but John Courage might be the last one into the fight as Theodore finds the back of the Irby K9 and starts blapping away, but John Courage racks a plenty. Ulysses in the Charger 1A1. That's the next thing to get sacrificed. Zerlinger finds another one. Looks like Scroggles might be the call here, because Scroggles down to just past the nice line. The XE Prime trying to do some damage back with everybody on there. But Sabarek fighting Acer, and Lena Flame is down by Miltane. John Courage laying the bullets out of the rack Irby down into Scroggles. Air rifle finds Zerlinger though, but Escadron only down 2 members at CDU, only have 3 left. Air rifle and the Phoenix Hawk 7 Sierra trying to find anything out of his mech. Sabarek also trying to find any sort of thing left, and Theodore puts as much damage as humanly possible. Air rifle will go down, and it's just Subarek, and John Courage just lays into him with the rack Irby. Subarek, you can't keep tanking Miltank gets leg, but Subaru is taking so much damage. 34%. How are you alive, my pilot? How are you going? And Theodore's the last light to go, but Miltank takes Subaru. It's now down to the Fleet 19, and John Courage lays down the as they dance around. Miltank takes Theodore, and Escadron takes this drop with the Rack Irby. Yes! Oh man, I've always wanted to play a Rack Irby, and now you made it worth it. Gene! Ah, you make me so happy right now, man. John Courage with the Rack Irby. It is possible. Let's go. I have never been so happy to see a Rack Irby, even though it's not on the same team as my friend as Scroggles, and I am very biased to Scroggles. That being said, that's how the drops went out. That's how the drops are done. We go back to the lobby, I guess. And we will put a win in the Escadrons. 3-2 Escadrons. Good job, everyone. How post-match chat? Holy cow. No for Scroggles. Theodore. CDU says no. We're gonna have John Nolan as our post-game interview. As we will be looking to see. I'll just pull them into casting so that way we don't get an interruption like we did last time. Anyways. Wow, wow, wow. As we wait for John Nolan, I really am curious to see what happens. Scroggles unfortunately had to take off. No dice tonight. Can't get a question out of I can't tell if that's a yes or no. Wait. I'm trying to figure out from John and Azor. Azor's still there. Okay. Oh, weird. Huh. I'll just call him. We'll just call him. Just go straight up calling you. We'll just straight up call John instead. That's fine. We find a way.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. We find a way, right?
Yeah, sorry. I was you know, it's I saw your invite. Sorry, there is a kid and ride on me. But
Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
we find a
We find a way.
Yes.
I'm honestly, my biggest question was more for Scroggles, but you know what? Honestly, I think it would be also pretty interesting to see what your guys' perspective on this. What happened in drop 1? Like, all of a sudden, just a mech falls from the sky and right into your guys' lap. So
Yeah, well, the thing is, I saw the first one on my left, and I was like, I just did the call. They all dropping on us on the left side, and we just, focus on those mechs and kill them all.
yeah,
So,
good,
yeah,
good
that,
job on that one. Drop number one. I'm definitely gonna have to talk with Scroggles privately to see, like, man, like what happened.
yeah,
Just get a little intel from him. But man, for you guys, that's got to be an absolute. I
but
guess it's a blessing for you guys, hey?
yes, but we were impressed because what we were talking in the post mortem of that match, because we have like 10 minutes to talk about it, approximately. So the thing is, yes, we were talking about it. It's like, yes, well, the thing is, they decided to do the brawl, and our strategy was to go to them and brawl them. And when we saw them, drop on us, we were like, well, we are minded to brawl, and they drop on us, and we were like, oh yeah, just focus and kill them, and it worked. So yeah.
And I guess that definitely brought a little bit of momentum going into matches 2 and 3. But
Yeah,
honestly,
but
that looked really classic for CDU. How their strategies set themselves up for those
yeah,
wins.
I was expecting that you ask us question about drop two, because we were using, I would say, a very unconventional strategy, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
But
and then
yeah, but
I have to admit, I was very excited to see the canine pulled out for the last drop. I would, and not just a canine, a rack Irby, no jam chance, just hold the trigger and go, right?
that's one of my favorite mech as well. So I was a bit sad that I was not, the one piloting it, but
Uh,
yeah, but
I mean, you got to do what you got to do for the team, right?
yeah, and Azure is a good leader, and he just assigned the proper mech to the proper pilot, because he believes that the pilot makes the mech and not
Yeah.
the other way around. So yeah,
Honestly,
but
good job on today's guys. That's 2 wins. That's 2 drops on CDU this time around. So usually
yeah,
I see
and
a lot better coming out of that camp, but you know what? You'll take it when you can get it, right?
yeah, and from my perspective, well, I missed one of the game because I had to give my seat to somebody else. But I think we did three wins, 2 lose.
Yeah,
If I
just a three,
yeah.
the 2 wins and 5. It's still honestly, it's still technically a match loss for you guys, but I'm not going to count that
Oh,
against you, since how that our tournament structure is points based, not match based. So.
okay. I understand. Okay,
But good luck the rest of the way. I thank you so much for jumping on this call. We will see you
sure,
guys in the future.
no problem. I want to see the points of that match.
That'll be in the comp server.
Cool, and I will surely watch the Twitch. I guess in a few minutes or a few hours when it's up.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all for the cast. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I am going to take off and finish the rest of my pizza. I actually finished up to half of my pizza so I can save some for the rest of the night. And anyways, thank you so much for coming. We are going to end this off by unfortunately not raiding our way out of here. But we got a nice little post-game interview. I got from John. Definitely gonna ask Scroggles what happened on drop number 1. It is what it. But you know what? It is what it is. Sometimes mistakes happen. You can't only defend them all.